Hello, 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 and welcome to another live from the Black Gay Comic Geek channel. Welcome to my Safe Gayven. You see right there, I got the little updated graphic trying to improve these lives a little bit, slowly but surely. I'm still trying to figure all these things out. Also, if you remember from my live last week from Fantastic Frankie, I saw she had the green. I was like, why didn't I think of that? So I'm stealing from Frankie a little bit. But thank you guys for checking me out for another live. As I mentioned before, I now do these multi-streams on like YouTube, Facebook, and Twitch. So if you are watching me on Facebook or Twitch, welcome. I'm Michael, Black Gay Comic Geek. I talk about anything fantasy, news related, comics, video games. Basically, I say if it has blood, sex, gore, and magic, I'm gonna talk about it because that's the things I love in my fantasy. Even Loki doesn't have the sex or the gore, but it's still comic book related. But usually when I do these lives, I do not do them alone. I'm always joined by a friend I need to get his. All this time we've been talking, Ron. I don't got your number in my phone. We need to change that. But yeah. Anyway, let's bring them on down. I see people joining in the stream. So yeah, Ron, come on.
Hey, I didn't know you didn't have my number.
Yeah, I was just thinking about. I was like, why don't got your number?
I got everybody else's number in the community or whatever. I don't know. I saw you the other day.
Yeah, I know. We saw each other the other day.
Yeah,
I don't ever have your number. It's with technology, right?
Yeah.
But wait a minute. Made it. Wearing my Black Gay Comic Geek merch right now. Yes,
moving that merch.
Thank you so much for getting that. In case you don't know, like I am selling T-shirts. So either you can get the Black Gay Comic Geek shirt. I got Welcome to my Safe Gayven, Blood, Sex, Gore, Magic, all of that stuff. The link for that is in the description below. Teespring, thank you so much for all the people that have purchased shirts and have sent me like Instagram stories and things like that you bought it or pictures. Like that's crazy to me, but I appreciate every single one of you. I see we got more people joining the stream. I see you, Chocolate Lady Cap. Hi, how you doing? Kendiva Jones, hello.
Chocolate Lady Cap, that's dope.
Yeah. How you doing?
Cassie Cage is Chocolate Lady Cap.
Cassie Cage. Oh yeah.
Daughter.
Yeah. I was like, what? I was like, you talking about Mortal Kombat? Nah, you're not talking about Mortal Kombat. Yeah, yes, you are. Quentin Nelson, I see you. How you doing? Marilyn G, enjoy your insight on In the Heights. Thank you so much for watching. And somebody actually just not trolled me, but like I knew it was coming, but somebody just told me, oh, shut the fuck up. Stop complaining. I'm Mexican and I'm not bothered by this.
Get out of here.
I'm like, you the same person I made a TikTok video because more than likely he's probably the more white presenting Mexican. Yeah. So I'm like, yeah.
Definitely, I hate them. You're right. Cassie Cage is Mortal Kombat. Danny Cage is Luke Cage's daughter.
Yeah, that's why I was like, Cassie Cage.
Danny Cage. My bad.
But yeah, thank you so much for watching my In the Heights review. It's my sister. Hey, Nikki. Hi, puppy. My student just logged on, so I'll check back with you. Okay, that's fine. The replay is gonna be there. But Sean G, greetings to everyone. So yeah, thank you guys for joining me in the stream. If you can do me a favor, if you can hit that like button, it'll help out with the YouTube algorithm and all that other stuff. But yeah, Ron, let's jump on into. You see, I got the graphic in the back now.
That's cool. You upgraded. I see.
I'm trying to upgrade.
I gotta clean up my house. That's what I gotta do.
No, I ain't gonna show. I ain't gonna show the camera. I ain't flip the camera around. I still haven't fully figured out how to like add pictures on here. Mm-hmm. But we're gonna make it work. I saved some photos and everything, so we're gonna figure this shit out.
It's a learning process.
It's a learning process. But yeah, really quick. So before we jump into like the full, guys, we're gonna be talking full spoilers for episode 2 of Loki. So if you haven't seen it, jump on up out of here. But before we jump into the full discussion, what are your general thoughts of episode 1?
Oh, you mean episode 2?
I mean, yeah, episode 2.
I like how it progressed. You really didn't get into the bread and butter until the end, but it was well worth the wait. A lot of cool reveals. What else? I think we should be watching Ravonna more.
Yeah, because I remember I seen this like episode 2, like so. Yeah,
and a lot of things happened that I said would happen, and I'm just like all over the internet right now. I told you so. I told you so. I told you so. I'm usually right about these things.
So you basically you're the real life version of Loki.
Yeah, I told you so.
He's like, you can't trust. I like to be right.
They got any variant black Lokis? I don't think I've ever seen one.
Nah, they got enough. They got enough darkies in this episode. They're not gonna add no more. Like especially as a main character.
Yeah, you're right.
Like they barely gave what's her face? I mean, even though I like what she's doing, I'm like she's not doing a lot though.
Yeah.
Ruby, what is it? What's her name? B15 or whatever.
Yeah, she's a top timekeeper though. She gets play. She had a lot of play this episode.
Yeah, but I want to learn. Like I want to learn about her character,
about her,
as opposed to her just being there.
Yeah.
Like she got a lot of screen time, but she's like, who is she?
Yeah.
But I mean, I enjoyed this episode. I like this episode better than the first episode, even though I really enjoyed the first episode. But I thought it's just built more on.
They're going vertical.
They're going up, and hopefully it doesn't. But hopefully it doesn't do the Falcon and Winter Soldier thing where it's like it was going up, but then it like hit hit that peak, and then it was just like. Because we only got like now four episodes. Yeah, 4 episodes left. But based on everything I'm seeing, I'm really liking like the expansion of the time variance authority and everything like that. But when you think about and that's something I got to try not to do, especially as a reviewer and things like that. But like you got to try not to think too deep about it, because the more you start to think about it, the more you find holes. Because you're just
but the holes I found made sense to me now after this episode, knowing what I know.
Okay, well, okay, maybe we'll get into it later, but because I'm like, I still got questions, even going back, because I'm like, okay, even jumping back to the first episode real quick, they're like, oh, the reason we didn't interfere with the Avengers is because that was supposed to happen, but I'm like, but what about Gamora? Like I mentioned this to you before, Gamora killed herself, her past self. Yeah. So you're just gonna throw that? Well, what about that? You didn't intervene with that. That was supposed to happen too. Like, or what about Thanos?
Not Gamora. Nebula killed her.
Oh yeah, no, Nebula killed her past. But even Gamora, Gamora was taken out of the past, and now she's living in the future. And supposedly will be in Guardians. The past Gamora will be in Guardians of the Galaxy 3.
Yeah, she's
technically a variant.
So I think that all of this is messed up, and somebody's gonna come to fix it or attempt to fix it, and that's what we're getting to.
So I don't know, but then or even Thanos being taken from the past
I'm saying none of it matters. Like just how this episode said, nothing matters before an apocalyptic event. I'm gonna say that nothing that has happened in the MCU matters yet.
Yeah, we'll see, but I got questions. But I got questions now. Before we fully jump into the spoiler discussion. It's not expected, but it's greatly appreciated. If you guys got a comment, question, concern, or anything, or just want to spread some love to the channel, if you want to do me a favor and leave a super chat, it is the lifeblood of the channel. Again, it's not expected. You don't have to do it, but it's greatly appreciated. But anyway, so let's jump into it. So the episode opens. Hold up. Let me do this real quick.
Yeah, open with a flashback.
Yeah, open with a flashback, but hold up. I'm trying to find it. Trying to find my thing because I had it ready, but I'm not finding it. I got the photo ready.
All right, hold on. I'll be back.
Uh-oh. But there we go. Hold up. Here we go with the photo. Yeah, see, we preparing. But yeah, Ron's dealing with that beeping noise in the background. But yeah, see, some working on trying to get these pictures. So hopefully this is. But yeah, you can see it. Mm-hmm. Yeah, but yeah, the episode opens in Oshkosh, Wisconsin.
What did you think when you saw that name? Let me see if you the same kind of black I am.
I was just thinking like Ashkenazi Jew. That's what I was thinking.
Oh, see, different. When I was little, my mother used to always put me in that clothing line, Oshkosh Bagash. I think all the black kids was wearing that at that age. Oshkosh Bagash. All right, whatever.
I wasn't wearing that. So we different types of black.
Yeah. You West Indian anyway.
I was gonna say, but also, yeah, I was gonna say my mother's from Trinidad, so I don't know. We probably had different type of upbringing. But yeah, this is the year that I was born, 1985.
Oh, J. Cole, 1985. I arrived.
I guess somebody knows it because they said.
Oh yeah, shout out to Maryland. Yes, I got to go at the overalls. Yes. So yeah, I fuck with you. I fuck with the community, yo.
Yeah, that must be an American thing, because I don't know nothing about that.
Oshkosh Bagash, yo.
But yeah, so it opens in Oshkosh, and now I was about to say Oshkosh Bagash now. And you see Loki and the Time Variance Authority, or not Loki, but the rest of the Time Variance Authority, they're trying to find the variant. They're trying to find the Loki. And then they end up in like some type of hut, and the variant Loki ends up touching one of the TVA members, almost in a way very reminiscent of the staff, the Mind Stone. So basically this version of Loki has the power of the Mind Stone, more or less, to a certain extent. And so they start fighting, and you hear the music, "I need a hero,"
which is dope.
Yeah, which was dope.
Kind of montages.
I like that moment. And then it's also kind of like foretelling like Loki's going to be the hero of the series. Like he's needed to be because it also mentions like gods, where's the gods, and all the other stuff with the lyrics of the song. And it was a dope scene, a dope action moment. It got to show like how dangerous and how much more powerful that this version of Loki is, because we never seen our Loki using that level of power, like to take over somebody's mind. He needed an Infinity Stone to do that. So yeah, what'd you think about this scene?
I thought it was dope. I thought it was weird that at that point we didn't get to see that Loki doing those things, and it was just like, the mind control aspect, which we later learned to be called an enchantment or whatever. Yeah, but I think it was dope. They foreshadowed a lot with that. I really want to get to the meat and bones. I'm like jumping at the bit. You go ahead though. You want to get no. Go take the regular course. Take the regular path.
So that after all that was said and done, then we jump back to the TVA, and they also talk about like they notice the attack, and they also show all these different versions of Loki. And I think one of them was like they showed Loki like as a giant or whatever. Yeah. And then they also showed like a frost giant version of Loki. Like he was still Loki. Yeah, soccer player Loki. They showed a Loki still in his blue form. And it made me wonder. So like, cause they said like you see this Loki still in the blue frost giant form. Yeah. And somebody made this comment to me on TikTok.
I seen that comment too, yeah.
Yeah, this was another thing where I was just like, see, you can't think too much about it. Well, they was like, if magic in the TVA doesn't work, shouldn't Loki look like this? Because it's magic that's keeping him look like a normal human or Asgardian.
Exactly.
So he should look like the variant Loki. And I'm like, that actually is a good point. I was like, don't think about it. Don't think about it.
And we're seeing him the way he wants to be seen. Or maybe they let him just be seen the way he wants to be seen. They let him have that much magic.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know. Yeah. But I mean, I like seeing all those different versions of Loki. Maybe I doubt we're going to see him in the show, though.
I think we'll see a couple, but not all of them.
Yeah, I think they're mostly just going to focus on what's her face. But so then what happens? Right after that, they go to Ravonna. Ravonna, she talks. And then, Ron, you want to talk about what you want to talk about. So you see pictures of the statue of the time variant guy.
Oh, that's just part of what I want to talk about.
That's just part of it.
Oh my God! Yeah, go ahead. Yeah.
But yeah, you see this statue right here of one of the timekeepers.
Yeah, and then a lot of people when I meant what I said, they said, "Oh no, that middle timekeeper's Asta, it's a female." And I said that the picture they had showed didn't look like a female; it actually looked like a black male. And if you could, I don't know if you could zoom in on that.
No, it doesn't give you. I can't.
All right, but that's.
Can I? Does this work? I zoomed in on my. There we go.
A black man's nose.
Yeah, no, that's definitely a black nose.
Yeah, like, a man too, and that definitely looks like Jonathan Major's nose. Who is Kang? Who's playing Kang in the MCU?
I don't want to say this.
I'm blowing it up. I don't care. And he was recently questioned about appearing in Loki. And he just said, "I can't say no comment." And you know what that no comment means?
Yeah, that means yeah.
So yeah, Loki, Kang confirmed in Loki, just like I had said. I had like a post on my Instagram with people arguing me down about it too. Like, that's not Kang. You don't know what you're talking about. Telling me that I don't read comics. I'm like, the MCU really doesn't follow the comics that hard. And with Ravonna in this series, I already know where they're going, and I'll talk about that later.
But I'm like, there's no way you can't tell me that's not Jonathan. Like, hold on, let me pull up this next picture right here. Like, that's clearly Jonathan. Like, look at the nose. Look at that nose. Look at that schnoz.
Yeah,
it's the same.
That's him. Yeah, I had a picture of them side by side, like him in the cartoon, and it looks just like him. Yeah, I don't know if you have that one. No,
I did. I got this version right here where somebody did a mock-up of what he would look like as Kang the Conqueror. And it's this right here.
Yeah, that's cool. But
what was you about to say?
There's like a screenshot of the art the art from the first episode where they show the timekeepers, and with him next to it, and the nose and everything, as you can see, it looks like him.
Yeah, no, I don't have that one. I could probably try to pull it up real quick. Timekeepers. MC. You said it was in the first episode?
Yeah. It was like the cartoon.
Oh, the cartoon.
Like the animation when they showed the timekeepers.
Yeah, I got it.
Yeah, there was a picture of that next to his face, and that's where it immediately popped up to me. Like that nose is like he's distinct. Jonathan Majors is not like a lot of black people you see on TV. He's black.
No, he's like
he's black. That's why like a lot of times we're happy to see him because he's black. You know what I mean?
Yeah, like his features, not even just features, but just the way he acts and everything like that.
Yeah,
like,
exactly.
But yeah, I just got the picture. Let me pull it up. But yeah, it does look like him. Where is it? Hold up. What's it called? Give me just a second.
Yeah, a lot happened that confirmed Kang in this episode. Too. There's a part where the Ravonna, and I think they're kind of teasing her.
Here it is.
Okay, there you go.
And then you zoom in on this middle one. It kind of look, it does. Look at that nose, and look at them lips. Look at them lips. Not even just the nose. Like you see these two. He got this one got some thin ass lips.
Yeah.
This one got some thin ass lips, and this one got the black lip. Like
that right there is a mirror.
Yeah.
I don't want to say it when you scream.
Yeah, that's what I was like. I was like, that's a nerd right there.
Yeah. N-I-G.
So, I mean, I feel like it would be, especially with Ravonna being on the show. That's his lady. Like, yeah, definitely.
There's a part where Mobius is talking to Ravonna about never having seen the timekeepers, and she says, "Yeah, I see them. I talk to them." She sees Kang. She talks to Kang. They doing stuff in the back of the office. That's what's going on. Ravonna is Kang's lover in the comics, so
yeah, but they definitely be remiss if they don't introduce him at least in the last episode, especially considering everything that happens in this episode. Like, so then after they have the conversation with Ravonna, and because what happened? I lost my train of thought. So this variant, the timekeepers, the variants,
having the talk with Ravonna about Loki's theory.
Yeah. So Loki comes in. They have Loki investigate everything with the other Loki variant, and he comes across this theory where he believes that the other Loki is hiding in apocalypses because he's studying apocalypses, and they're both Loki, so they think alike.
Real recognize real.
Yeah, game recognizes game.
Exactly. And
so basically, he found a huge not plot hole, but a huge security flaw in the TVA's system. And basically, if something's going to be destroyed from a natural disaster, you could do whatever you want, and it won't cause a Nexus event. And so he goes to what's his face, Mobius, about that. He talks to Ravonna, and then they hatch this plot of finding the next Loki. And so they end up going to Pompeii to test the theory. And hold on, I got it. I got that right here. See, me and these pictures take too long to fucking do it. But yeah, so they end up going to Pompeii to test the theory, and it ends up being proven right. And the only thing about this moment in Pompeii, where they were just standing there, just talking before they started interacting with the people, I was like, nobody see them standing right there. The people are just acting like
they ain't see him pop up.
Yeah, it was just normal. So I was like, maybe they got like a cloaking system, but then no. Loki
I think there's still a little flaw in what they said about. I'm reaching. I'm overthinking right now, and it doesn't really matter towards the context of the series, but they surprising these people doing all these things, and Loki was telling them that they're about to die and all that stuff. There's the fact that researchers like found the remains of people in Pompeii in certain positions and stuff like that. I'm just talking about like smallest butterfly effect. He's still changing stuff, you know.
Yeah, that's true.
People might not be buried the same way, you know what I mean? Like little small things. They still changing time. They're not, but I'm just reaching and speculating.
Well, no, I mean, I can agree with that because, I mean, like I was saying, the more if you think about things too much, it doesn't make a lot of sense.
Too hard. What I'm doing is thinking too hard and letting you know that I am.
So yeah, shut the fuck up. So stop thinking so much. But it does happen. It does end up proving his theory correct. Like there's no variance energy. Yeah. That happens, and which shocks what's his face Mobius, because he didn't believe Loki. He thought this was a ruse. He thought it was another ruse that Loki was trying to do because Loki's trying to meet the timekeepers. Mm-hmm. And I asked you this before, and we know that the timekeepers are real. Mm-hmm. But do you think we're actually going to see all three of them, or are we just going to see Kang?
I don't even think we're going to see him in the full flesh. They're going to tease him. We're going to see like a glove or something, or they're not even going to show his whole body or anything like that because they like to tease us. Remember when Thanos first popped up? It was all teases, and I think Kang is going to be like the big villain, and whenever the next Avenger movie comes, which should probably be like 5 years, maybe even longer down the line. So I think you're going to tease him the same way they did Thanos. We're just going to get teases for a while.
But Sean G made a comment regarding your butterfly effect. He said those changes don't affect the greater changes in others, i.e., it doesn't make a butterfly effect. So, I mean, maybe. Well, I mean,
so. I'm not going to. That's like you said. Let's not even let him rock. Let's not even think too much about it.
But what else? I'm really enjoying Loki so far, but I'm not loving it as much as WandaVision and Falcon and the Winter Soldier. I mean,
I think you got an emotional connection in those. Either you black and you watching Falcon and the Winter Soldier, or you like love Wanda, or you love that like the romance in WandaVision.
Well, not even.
And we're only 2 episodes in, so.
Yeah, but I was gonna say not even just that, but I also feel like WandaVision had the novelty of being the only thing out at the moment, and it was the first MCU property in like over a year, and then we were starving. And then not only just that, but like it had the whole element of like the mystery because we didn't know what the fuck was going on with regards to WandaVision. Like, is she behind this alternate world? Is somebody manipulating her? Like, how did this happen? Like, Falcon and Winter Soldier and Loki specifically, I feel like are more straightforward. And then also, like, we spent out of all these 3 shows, we spent the most time with a character like Loki. So it's like we're more familiar with his antics in the world, not this part of the world, but we're more familiar with Loki than we were with, say, Wanda and even Falcon.
So it's kind of like we are getting new parts of Loki, but we kind of know who Loki is.
Yeah, pretty much.
No Wanda or Sam, so it's like we're not going on that same kind of journey.
But the biggest difference is, and the reason why I'm really enjoying the show is like, yeah, we got to see Loki, we got to know parts of who Loki is, but we got to know Loki as a foil or from the perspective of Thor, more or less. We never really got his perspective and his thoughts and how he feels connected to all of this stuff. So that's what we're actually getting in Loki. And I mean, I'm liking this. I'm liking it so far. I'm hoping. Yeah. So we'll see. What's up, Luke Ponto? Thank you for joining the stream. But yeah, so the thing proves to be true, and so actually going back real quick, I'm really liking the like cat and mouse game between Owen Wilson and Tom Hiddleston. Like when Tom Hiddleston tried to manipulate him when he took him to Oshkosh, Wisconsin, and he was just like, "Oh wait, if you go out, you're gonna get attacked or whatever." Yeah. And what was the saying? We have a saying in Asgard: "Well, a wolf's ears are sharp, but a wolf's teeth are sharper," or something like that. And I liked how it seemed like they were starting to believe him, but right at the last second, Owen Wilson was like, "You're lying."
Yeah.
Like I like Owen Wilson.
It's almost as if he's dealt with another Loki variant before or something like that. Like he knows him well. Maybe because he studied the case file so hard, or maybe he's just good at his job. But he definitely knows Loki.
Yeah, he definitely. Yeah, I think part of it is because he studied Loki so much, and and you may find out that he's tried to get other Lokis to help, and they've all betrayed him. Yeah. So maybe that's where you get to that line at the end, like you literally betrayed people, you like stabbed people in the back like over 50 times. Then also like
you read your file. Read your file.
Now also you think about like the most famous stab in the back when he stabbed Coulson in the back in first Avengers movie.
You've seen him stab Thor a bunch of times too.
Yeah. And he kind of, so they mentioned that in Thor Ragnarok. He's like, he stabbed me in the back because you.
Yeah, that was the one of the like Thor growing in Ragnarok when Loki tried to stab him that last time and he's caught him like, nah, I know you, I'm used to you. It's not gonna happen anymore.
Yeah, like I've evolved and you haven't. You're still the same.
Exactly.
Yeah, but yeah, the teeth are sharper, ears are sharper. Thank you for that, Sean G. Yeah, I appreciate that. But like, yeah, I like that whole cat and mouse. Like Owen Wilson is really surprising me in this series because, like, yeah, when he was first announced as casting, I was like, come on, like, oh, what the hell? But yeah, he's doing
act.
No, I know he can. I know. I'm not saying he can't act, but I was just like, but in the Marvel, I was like, who is he gonna play? But I'm really liking him in this role, and I would like to see more from his character. And I want him to get that jet ski at the end. Like he's talking about liking jet skis. Like I want him to ride that jet ski. So but yeah, but yeah, this shot right here, I got to bring this up because this is like a beautiful shot at the TVA. I'm like, you really could tell that they're spending money on the show when they were talking about the theory.
By the end of this 6 episodes.
I mean, that's why there's only 6 episodes and a lot of them. Is it this one? Yeah, it's this one. Like this shot right here, where you can see like the background of the TVA background and the workings. Like I was just like looking at this. I was like, this is a nice shot.
Yeah. You want to know how fast like the marketing is, yo? Like I was just online, like just looking at stuff, and I shop cosplays and stuff like that, sometimes costumes or whatever. But I was just googling like regular stuff, and at the top of my thing, I see like the variant jacket that Loki's wearing in this episode.
Oh, it's for sale.
I saw it for stuff for like $50. I'm like, yo, it was like 10 in the morning too. I'm like, yo, how are you trying to sell this already?
I mean, people are quick. Like even when you think about like the Hellfire Gala that just happened in X-Men, people already got cosplays of that shit. Yeah. And I'm just like, how the fuck, like that Sync jacket, which I'm like, I kind of want that little ring. And I want that whole fit. Like that whole fit is nice. But like people are already dressed as that shit. I'm like, how the fuck? Like the shit just came out. Like, but what'd you say? I'm really suspicious about that one Filipino desk clerk. I mean, I feel like anybody in the TVA, they the type that might shoot up a whole bank or something like, because like a lot of them are like real ornery. Because like
that's all they know is the TVA.
Yeah,
all born there.
Yeah, all they know is the TVA. They were created for the TVA, but the only one that seems to really be different is Mobius and Ravonna too. Kinda, she seems to be more compassionate, but the rest of them, they're just like, even jumping forward a little bit when we get to the mall, one of them was just like who cares about these people? They're gonna die anyway. But Mobius was just like, so what? That doesn't mean you need to not be compassionate. So yeah, just go. Or the clerk, where Loki tried to talk to the desk clerk, and he was like, yeah, can I get the file? She was just looking at him like,
yeah.
But yeah, it just goes to show, like, yeah, like what Frankie said last week. She was like, they all seem like DMV employees, and I hate fucking going to the DMV because those people you could tell those people hate their jobs.
Some of the Minutemen act like real ass cops. There's a scene where Mobius had to stop the Minutemen from like abusing people, like, and he was like, "It doesn't matter; these people don't matter." And
that's what I was saying. Like, one guy, like one of them pushed a guy, like, they
for no ass reason,
for no reason,
like power tripping.
So they definitely act like they need to get their ass beat. That's probably why fucking. I'm gonna call her this now. Lady Loki wants to destroy the whole shit. But
well, that's a spoiler. We didn't even get to the point where we say it's a lady, but okay, everybody knows now.
I mean, I said in the very beginning of this, I said we talking full spoilers. So if you ain't see the episode,
true.
You don't need to be here. But we can get into that like right now. So because I have a whole discussion about this whole thing.
Same thing. So I think it was also cool when the Lady Loki finally, like, before she revealed herself and she was using the enchantment powers, as Loki called it. She went to what's the agent's name? The time B15 or whatever, and then she used her and then transferred back to somebody else and passed out. But Loki checked her pulse. And I think that was kind of like, you can see that he's growing. He like there's some care there. And the regular Loki would have just, he would have just ignored that. So it does go to show some level of growth.
from Loki, and I'm glad you pointed that out because I noticed that. I noticed that too. Yeah. But also, like, well, this is one thing, and I get this person was possessed, but I kind of have a problem with like this one, like when she possessed the human guy, and they started fighting, and that man was giving hands to Loki. I was like, come on, like this is a human, like. They shouldn't like the humans shouldn't have that much. Had that much strength.
It's enchantment or whatever they called it. And speaking of
enchantment, I was like, I get that, but I'm still just like, come on, like
we finally when they finally stopped coming to blows and we the Lady Loki dropped the robe, we saw like this full version of her, and like the first thing I thought was like, why is her hair not black if she's Lady Loki?
Yes, that's exactly what I was thinking. I was like, her hair shouldn't be blonde. I was thinking like I was expecting somebody to look basically Hela.
Yeah, I was expecting like somebody look like the female version of Loki.
Yeah,
but we get this and
because in the comic, Lady Loki looks like this.
Yeah, like Loki with boobs.
Yeah, like Loki with boobs. But yeah, this person, I'm like, who the hell is this girl? But yeah, what
shout out to real quick, Jason Aaron's run on Thor with Odin fully accepting Loki as being whatever Loki wants to be.
Non-binary.
Very accepting.
Of what he say? My son who sometimes likes to be a man, like whatever.
Yeah, exactly.
It's something like that. Yes.
Yeah. Odin is very accepting of that. Even though Odin
I accept
is a jerk
both of you.
Overall. But
Odin's an asshole. Like.
But definitely the blonde hair started making me think Enchantress off the bat. Enchantress. We haven't gotten Enchantress in the MCU. We got her henchman in Thor Ragnarok, but we haven't gotten actual Enchantress. And I could definitely see them using Enchantress as a different version of Loki because she's just at the end of the day, she's a Thor foil. She's a Thor foil and the same power set as Loki, magic. So,
and not even just that, but like. I feel like, because in some ways, I feel like, and this is kind of my one disappointment. This is the thing I wanted to talk about that I couldn't talk about last week, where it seems like they're almost trying to have their cake and eat it too with the whole Lady Loki, but not giving us Lady Loki. Because I don't think this is Lady Loki either. I think it's Enchantress. I don't think it's Amara the Enchantress. I think it's Sylvie. I think it's the chick from the Young Avengers, from Dark Reign Young Avengers.
Yeah.
The one that, because Lady Loki created her to be modeled after the Asgardian Enchantress, but she's not Asgardian. So
and there was a point where she said, "Don't call me Loki."
Yeah.
So definitely, I didn't even think of that. That's a good catch.
And also, hold up, let me pull this up too, because I got it. Let me see if I can find it. There's this, like, there in the Spanish version of Loki, there's this screen. Oh no, it's the wrong one. But there in the captions, they say instead of it being Lady Loki or whatever, the name of what the fuck is it? Oh. Yeah, here it is. The name that they use, you see right here, it's let me zoom in.
Sylvie.
Yeah, they say Sylvie. It's played by this person. And so Sylvie is the name of that version of the Enchantress, the one that Loki created. So it makes me wonder, like, are they just going to use this? Are they just going to merge the two versions of the Enchantress, or just say in another time, or in another timeline, a version of Loki manipulated her, and she maybe killed that version of Loki, and then took on his mantle, and then I don't know, because then that makes me wonder if
I think that's too complicated for the MCU, but
yeah, because I was gonna say you got to bring in the TVA somehow. So
yeah.
But no, I definitely don't think that's Lady Loki. But what I was gonna say is my frustration, and when it comes to like representation and things like that, is like Marvel. They did the whole teasing of like, oh yeah, Loki's gender fluid. You know, they put sex fluid, and so I partly feel like this is their way of like having that happen by you're having a Lady Loki, but you're never actually going to see like Tom Hiddleston's version, like swap genders and or be bisexual. So it's like their way of saying, oh yeah, we gave you Lady Loki,
No,
but it's not our Loki. Yeah, it's not our Loki though. So it's like you can kind of ignore it because it's like, oh yes, this isn't our Loki. Even though we said he is, you're not going to see it.
Yeah.
So, and I could be wrong. I could be wrong. We got 4 more episodes, but like, you know how they say past is prologue, and like I haven't been proven wrong yet when it comes to this representation thing. So I hope this is the time, but like, yeah, I don't know. I don't feel like they're gonna really.
Yeah. I hope you're wrong too. But like even the first episode, like you said, like when we kind of thought that the villain was like a female version of Loki instead of Loki just turning into a female, you know, it's kind of weak sauce.
Yeah. So we'll see what happens with that. But anyway, so Lady Loki and Loki confront each other, and they basically like this version of Loki, because you know Loki's a narcissist. He thinks everything's about him. He even compares this Loki to being hell. He's like, "Oh, so you're just me?" And she's like, "No, you're me. Like I'm a better version of you." And so during the conversation, our Loki tries to manipulate her by basically saying like, "Look, I got a scheme. I'm trying to take over the TVA. I'm trying to overrule the time. You know, that's always his scheme. He wants to take over Asgard. He wants to take over Scar with what's his face, the Grand Master. Now he wants to try to take over the TVA." And part of me was like, I think it's a little bit of column A and column B where I think he's telling the truth. Like he still wants to do that, but at the same time, I think he's trying to
figure out what she's trying to do.
Yeah, he's trying to manipulate her.
Yeah,
but I still think he has that thought in the back of his mind. But she basically tells him like, "Nah, that's not what I'm trying to destroy the whole shit. I want the whole shebang going.
Chaos."
Yeah, chaos, like God, the God of mischief. So I'm trying to cause some mischief. And so she sets up like a whole bunch of bombs, the reset bombs throughout in this area. She sets them off, which basically cascades into a full multiversal apocalypse, more or less, which causes the whole TVA to freak out.
Yeah.
And you see all the different branches on the sacred timeline.
Yeah.
And I don't know if you noticed
splintering.
Yeah. But I don't know if you noticed, if you could see. Yeah, because it won't let. Oh, there we go. I was gonna say it won't let me zoom in more. But down here at the bottom, you can see like it says location. Like you can see Lisbon, Portugal, which isn't important. But one of the most important ones, you can see it says Vormir, April 23rd and 2301. Something happens on Vormir, like a branch in the timeline. They're also Asgard in February 16th, 2004. So that's during the time we know from the Avengers. And then also there's another branch timeline that also says, hold up, where is it? I think it's this one. No, this is the one I just did. Oh, here it is. So yeah, there's another one they show where you see Ego.
Oh, and Titan.
Which is Ego and Titan and New York. So New York goes back to 1947. Ego is 1382. And then Titan is 1982. So I'm wondering if that's going to come into play, because I'm like, with all these branch timelines, and then with the thing of Doctor Strange and the Multiverse of Madness, they mention Nexus events. That's what causes a branch in the timeline. Wanda is a Nexus being. We also know Spider-Man Far From Home. I mean, no, is that what it's called?
No Way Home.
No Way Home. It's something home.
It's something home.
Yeah, Spider-Man No Way Home is also going to connect to the multiverse. We know Kang the Conqueror is coming. He's going to also be introduced to Ant-Man. So that's probably going to be multiverse related as well. So I'm wondering, is this going to be their way of maybe kind of like retroactively maybe introducing X-Men and things like that into the, because all these different timelines and multiverse events, like you could say,
if they do that, I just want them to keep the X-Men away from everybody else then.
I mean, I would like that too. I mean, because all the characters that I would want to see the X-Men interact with, they're gone. Like I would like to see like the Illuminati, Charles Xavier, Iron Man,
and they would never let this version of Cap exist with the X-Men because it would tarnish him. Because he should do more. You know?
Oh no, he got called out by Cyclops a couple times.
Exactly, and they'll never let that happen to this version of Cap.
But they might do it. They might do it with the Sam. Let him get called out, which would be problematic as hell. You got the black man get called out on not helping mutants.
That is very Anthony Mackie like. So
it is very Anthony Mackie like. Because Anthony Mackie he do be playing a little bit
playing himself.
Yeah. But I thought it was interesting that they specifically had these planets and locations, and I didn't see a picture, but I looked this up. Apparently, also they mentioned Xandar as well as a branch timeline. So I'm like, oh, maybe this might be their way of introducing a Nova Corps. Mm-hmm. So yeah, I definitely see this episode or next week's episode really building upon and not even just the next week's episode, but this show directly tying into Doctor Strange and the Multiverse of Madness. Like they talk about WandaVision directly tying into, but I feel like this is going to tie into way more than WandaVision. We just know Wanda's going to be in it, so that's the biggest tie. But I think in terms of
even the Kang stuff, I didn't want to get to super spoiler territory, but
no, go ahead. Because I mean, at this point, it's kind of all speculation.
The whole reason, in a lot of different timelines, I'll say the whole reason that Kang is involved in trying to stop the Avengers in certain stories is because their creation or something that they did causes Ravonna, him to lose his the love of his life, Ravonna. And if you look at what's happening in this episode, when all the multiverse starts splitting, she picks up a weapon and she's going to go out there herself, probably to the front lines, and maybe she'll get lost in a time stream or maybe killed by the end of this, and maybe that's what sparks Kang to either go back in time, stop the Avengers from being formed, maybe even starting back to the Young Avengers or something else. This is what it's going to give us Kang, definitely. And I'll take it back to that scene again when she said she talks to the timekeepers. She's banging Kang bang.
Oh yeah. But actually, I didn't even think about that.
If the Avengers never went back in time to stop Thanos, Loki would have never got free. Ravonna never would have went out there, and whatever's about to happen to her wouldn't happen. And that's probably what's going to set King in motion.
Well, yeah, so yeah,
Marvel probably gonna put a hit out on me for spoiling all this stuff.
I was gonna say that, but that's actually a good theory, and that would be a good way to bring Kang. She's not long for this world, so
she's not. Yeah,
and then it would make sense of why Kang wants the Avengers gone, because she's the reason, or they're the reason that the love of his life is dead.
About everything being a variant and everything being messed up and everything like that. I'm saying at the end of the day, if Kang says all this stuff, none of this stuff was supposed to happen, then none of it matters. Then everybody's variant and Kang's going back to stop it anyway.
But then it makes me wonder, how
Kang the good guy.
Well, not even just that, but then it makes me wonder, about the other two timekeepers coming into play. Where would they come?
He might kill them. That might be their. I think people are calling it now. Quoting my boy DJ Ben Amin, the Killmonger effect, where a bad guy in the Marvel has to do something really, really bad, so we don't feel too much remorse for him. And what Kang will probably do is kill the other two timekeepers, because him saving the love of his life is kind of a just thing, especially when none of the other stuff kind of matters, and they shouldn't have done it. The Avengers just took what they got or whatever from his point of view. So I can see him killing the other two timekeepers just so we can have our Killmonger effect. But shout out for all nerds and DJ.
Yeah, for all nerds. Yeah, check out their podcast.
Yeah,
but yeah, you could tell this looks they pretty much look the same.
Yeah.
So
not even just that. The picture on the left looks like Jonathan Majors. Not looking like King. It looks like Jonathan Majors.
No, it does. Like I said, look how thick that nose is.
That's nose.
It's basically as big as mine.
I know they tried to maybe throw that in as an Easter egg, but they should have known that we were going to be on that.
Especially, I'm great. I know the show shot before that, but I'm especially after WandaVision,
we're on it.
But Shield WW said, I think the MCU is just blending the characters together.
Yeah, Asha and Kang will probably be the same person or whatever. Yeah, they're blending characters. Kang is not a timekeeper in the comics. He actually rivals the timekeepers in the comics because he owns a certain amount of space and time, and they own a certain amount of space and time, and they're trying to take it back from him all the time. But they're doing something different. It's the MCU.
I mean, eventually he becomes Immortus. Like,
yeah.
But somebody else said they don't think that's Lady. They don't think that's Lady Loki.
Not Lady Loki.
No,
it's like it's either. I thought it was Amora, but I'm starting to remember when Mike's Sylvie it was said in the credits and everything. So,
and I mean, they could be like you mentioned. She shows WW. They could be blending the two characters. Like it could be Lady Loki and Amora. And
and Sylvie.
and Sylvie. Like they could be doing all three. But let me bring up a picture of what she looks like in the comics for those that do not know. Oh, that's the wrong photo. I need to label these shit.
Sylvie being, dealing with Young Avengers, that also brings, Kang, Iron Lad, Young Avengers, like an Armor Wars. Like, I just really want Armor Wars to happen the way I wanted to. I know it's not because I'm asking for too much, but it just works so perfectly to introduce all of these characters in Armor Wars and have them spin out into other things.
But this is what she looks like in the comics. She basically looks like the original Enchant. Like if you don't know what the original Enchantress look like, this is basically it. But that's not hers.
I think the original Enchantress is a little bit spicier.
Yeah,
a little bit spicier. But yeah,
but basically Loki created her as a form of manipulation. Because what did he say in the like? He just wanted to create a human being that believed she was Asgardian. And so once she found out the truth, she kind of like flipped out more or less. And she tried to join the Young Avengers, but then when the Young Avengers found out that she was created by Loki, they didn't want to deal with her because they didn't know if she was evil or not. And I don't know if she's still around. I don't know if she's still around in comics or.
In a while. I mean, in the last Young Avengers iteration, we had Kid Loki in it. So.
I don't know, but that's another character I'm hoping to see. Kid Loki.
Yes, definitely.
And
that's the Loki. They have to give us at least Lady Loki and Kid Loki at a minimum. All the other Lokis,
I feel like we'll probably be more inclined to get Kid Loki than Lady Loki because I think this is Lady Loki.
Basically. And me being greedy, I would also love to see a Loki that is in control of the Hulk.
What's that movie? Hulk versus.
Hulk versus Hulk versus. It actually has happened in the comic before, but we'll go with Hulk versus a Loki that's in control of the Hulk. Yeah.
But that's not gonna happen. No. The closest you got is when they mentioned when he was like, "Oh, what if I throw Hulk off the
Rainbow Bridge?" Yeah.
Hulk off the Rainbow Bridge. Yeah.
I actually posted a picture of Enchantress like with a totally awesome Hulk in chains because of that today. That was actually a good run, a totally awesome Hulk run with Cho, who was in Champions. Now he was never in Young Avengers.
No, he was never a Young Avenger. But I feel like they're gonna introduce Amadeus Cho at some point because his mother was in the Age of Ultron.
Yeah, and whatever we get from She-Hulk, we'll see in there. If Cho pops up in She-Hulk, we already know what's gonna happen. So we'll see.
Yeah, but is that the end of the episode? Shit.
The end of the episode was Lady Loki opening up a portal.
Lady Loki opening up the portal, and then they're chasing after our Loki, trying to tell him don't do it, don't go, and then he jumps in.
Yeah, which I can't even blame him for. It's not like he ran away to do mischief. It's like he had to know what's going on.
Yeah, what's going on? Because if he didn't jump in that portal, they would have lost her.
Yeah, exactly.
Because like they said, there are millions and millions of different apocalypses that she can hide in.
Yeah.
So I don't blame him for doing that either.
Yeah, so I think after this episode, we'll see Loki in a whole bunch of different timelines, like just kind of like going around the multiverse. And maybe we'll see some really cool stuff, or maybe we won't.
I would definitely. I will get more from this version of Loki. Maybe we'll get a backstory from her because now that we're kind of this is that like the halfway point of the season. Yeah. So, what do you think?
What was episode 3 of Falcon Winter Soldier? Was that when we got
episode 3 of Falcon and the Winter Soldier was the episode the Power Broker episode where they went to Madripoor.
Okay.
So that was a weaker episode.
Yeah, that wasn't one of the pivotal episodes.
No.
Yeah. Well, maybe it'll be different with Loki.
But episode 3 of WandaVision, I would say was the pivotal episode.
Yeah, but that also had more episodes.
Yeah, that also had more episodes. Yeah, that's true. Yeah. But we'll see, because I mean, these episodes are longer than like Falcon and Winter Soldier.
Yeah.
So I'm not sure. Because I was gonna ask, what do you predict is gonna happen in episode 3?
Like like I said, they're gonna follow Loki through the timelines. We'll see some cool stuff. Hopefully, different Lokis. I don't think we'll get an explanation till maybe episode 4. Yeah, we'll get an explanation in episode 4. Episode 5, we'll find out the real villain is. Episode 6 conclusion.
Yeah, I mean, it's gonna be a conclusion because I don't think it's gonna
exactly. Nothing concludes. It's just
I don't think it's gonna be a full end.
I remember even when this Loki dropped and like people thought we were gonna get answers, all we got was more questions in the first episode. So I think it'll be that way in the MCU forever because it keeps us going.
But yeah, dang, we really don't have that many episodes. No, we really don't. Like 6 episodes would be over. Like even think about Invincible. Like Invincible was 8 episodes and that shit was over like real quick. I was like, dang, we already at the end. And I mean, we almost at the halfway point of this season. Next week is the halfway point.
And then we got Black Widow, and then after that, we don't have anything for a long time.
We don't have.
When does Shang-Chi come out? Is that August?
Shang-Chi comes out in September.
All right, so nothing in August at all.
No, What If comes out in August.
Oh yeah, so we rolling.
But it's still like, so Black Widow comes out in I think the beginning of July, and then the rest of the month is nothing, and then August is What If. Then Shang-Chi in September. I don't think there's anything in October.
Or November.
November is The Eternals.
Oh, it is, yeah. Which nobody's really excited for yet.
And
December Spider-Man on Christmas.
I mean, I'm kind of excited.
I got to see a little more. But
kind of.
It's just weird because some people would just be excited just because it's Marvel. I just haven't seen enough. For some
reason, that's pretty much what it is. I'm like, it's another Marvel property. I know.
Yeah. But I actually am excited for Black Widow, even though I probably shouldn't be. Just like I want to see Taskmaster. Taskmaster is a really dope villain, and I'm pretty sure we'll get Yelena Belova and going forward in the MCU as the new Black Widow or the White Widow, whatever they want to call it. So I'm excited for them to introduce that character.
I'm just hoping they don't A, nerf Taskmaster, and B, they don't kill him.
I think they're gonna nerf him just to make sense because somebody having that kind of without some kind of serum having that ability, because his ability is crazy. I think they're gonna have like him like maybe recordings of the moves or something, and him directly feeding into his brain, like making his powers kind of tech based in that way. And then the fact that like I don't know how they're gonna beat him in general if that's not the way his power works by them making him malfunction or something like that, because if he has everybody's moves, nobody's beating him in a one-on-one on paper. It doesn't make sense.
Well, I mean, or they could just have Black Widow came up with new moves that he don't know.
no, because she's still not as strong as him, and Black Widow's not a better fighter than Captain America or Black Panther, or she's dope, but she's not. You know what I mean? I see he was doing Spider-Man moves.
Plus, she's not a super soldier in this world.
Exactly.
But yeah, he was doing Spider-Man moves. He had the Black Panther claw, like he did the claws. He did this.
Yeah, I'm assuming he has Hawkeye's accuracy. You know.
Yeah. So I'm curious of how that's gonna play out, because like somebody like Deadpool, he can't copy Deadpool's moves because he's too unpredictable.
Somebody like Deadpool or Moon Knight.
But there's no Deadpool in this world.
Yeah.
But what else? So yeah, November. Now, when does Miss Marvel comes out this year too? But I don't know.
Is it this year? No, I think it's 2022, bro.
How the Miss Marvel release date? I'm about to Google it right now.
I'd be way more hype if it was this year.
It says 2021. It doesn't have a date, but it says 2021.
The Marvels?
No, not the Marvels. Miss Marvel.
Oh, Miss Marvel. Okay, yeah, that probably is this year. Yeah, you're right. I'm thinking about the Marvel.
Oh no, not Captain America. I mean Captain Marvel, but no, the Kamala Khan series. And I know Hawkeye is supposed to come out in December. So maybe November for Kamala Khan.
That'd be cool. I'll take that.
But yeah, I'm like, damn, that's it. I feel like I should talk with like this. Probably just like the shortest live.
But it was a dope episode, you know.
Yeah, it was a dope episode. But I feel like it was more like it was a lot of stuff happening. There's a lot of stuff to digest, but like
a lot of stuff to set up.
But yeah, it was a lot of setup, and I feel like those episodes are harder to talk about because.
Yeah. But it's definitely stuff going wrong in the TVA in general. Like you said, some of them are on edge. I don't know what was up with that that one agent who Loki enchanted or whatever, and she was just like spazzing. Like I gave him. Oh, that's what happened. She told her where time started or how to find the timekeepers.
Oh yeah.
That's why she's like, good thing I caught that. Yeah, and that's why he set off. That's probably how he created the mass event of the multiverse splintering. Maybe he set all of them to go back to where the timekeepers are. all the like Ragnarok or something like that. I don't know exactly what he did, but
the sacred timeline, because he said, "Oh yeah, I told them where to find the timekeepers." But part of me is like, but she didn't seem like a high level TVA Minuteman. So I'm like, did she really? She probably told him what she thinks.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, I guess that was enough to cause the fucking multiverse to splinter off.
Mm-hmm.
So, but hey Jessica, I know I missed a lot. I hit the thumbs up though. Well, that's good. That's what you get. That's what you need to do. But I know you said you missed a lot, but once this live stream is over, just let that shit play on your phone on a replay so I get that watch time on YouTube. But yeah, I mean I kind of feel bad because I'm like, dang, I don't got.
I mean, I talked about the whole future of the whole, I don't think we left much out.
No, we didn't. No, I don't think we left anything out. But I'm just like, dang, this shit fell short.
we didn't have 3 people.
Yeah, I mean that's true. But even before when we didn't have 3 people, we'd be going for like an hour plus. But
there was no post-credit scene.
Yeah,
I'm looking for a reason.
But I don't know. But I'm also sleepy too. I haven't slept since I got off work.
Nobody told you to have a job, Mike.
This morning. So, yeah, I mean, shit. I should have waited. And funny enough, they were talking about it too because my job is they're hiring, and they were like they're having a hard time. Only 6 people confirmed to come to the interview, and they're like, yeah, they're having a hard time finding people because don't nobody want to come back to work until September when that unemployment run out. Exactly. And I'm like, it should have been me. Like I should have waited. I should have waited. I shouldn't have answered the phone when they called me.
That's what you get.
Yeah, because I'm like, it's fucking me up, like working overnights, and now all this shit is coming out, and I'm like, I have no time to review it because I'm tired. I'm sleeping. Like working overnight is hard on your body. So like Disney sent me a screener for Luca. I haven't watched it yet, and the movie comes out on Friday, so I'm just like, well, shit. I got Masters of the Universe, which I gotta check out. I got a screener for that for Netflix. The He-Man shit. They sent me a screen.
He-Man though?
I never watched He-Man, so this will be my first incarnation of He-Man. Like I know nothing about He-Man.
Oh wow!
But I saw the first.
Did you see She-Ra?
Huh?
She-Ra?
No, I didn't see She-Ra. Like I said, I know, and that's connected to He-Man though, right? Yeah. I know nothing about He-Man. All I know is he says, "I am the power."
I have the power.
All right, whatever. See, I fucked that up. But I can't. But yeah, I saw the first 2 episodes, but I can't say anything about it. At least publicly, I can't say anything about it yet. So
okay.
But yeah, it doesn't come out till next month though. But yeah, like at least with that, I have more time to like watch it and record my review. But everything like that, I'm just like, because they be sending me shit like a couple days before it comes out, and I'm like, I'm going to sleep. I gotta go. Yeah. So after we get off this live stream, I'm going to sleep. Thankfully, I'm off tonight, but like I said, I haven't slept since I got off. So, but yeah, I don't got nothing else to say. So I'm excited for episode 3. And also, I think part of it is, at least from on my end, because I saw episode 2 like a week ago, and I already said on my channel like what I already thought about episode 2. So yeah, but the overnight shift is terrible. I agree. The only thing about the overnight shift that I like is that you're not dealing with as many people, but then on the flip side, you're dealing with the drunk people coming back. Like it's nighttime, so you got
fun people.
Nah. They coming like we had somebody coming to the hotel. What was it? Two days ago? But this was a homeless guy. He got into the stairwell, and he got the 18th floor stairwell. He took a shit on the stairs, then he peed right after that, and then that wasn't enough. He jerked off on the and came on the stairs too. All 3.
Like, how did he have that much time on his hands?
Because we didn't know. Nobody knew he was there. But it wasn't until I wasn't there. This happened before I clocked in. Because
all he had to do was vomit to get the whole,
Well, yeah, but this happened.
All the excrements.
This happened around 7:00. I clocked in at 11, and I was told, they was like, Michael, bruh. And so the way they found out about it, from what I remember, I think they said like 2 guests came back downstairs and started complaining that there was a man that followed them to their rooms or whatever. And so then they just started checking the cameras. And so then that's when they found out. They were like, it's a guy jerking off on the stairs right now. And then,
like, what was he doing it to? He didn't have nothing to watch. He was just like, whatever kind of thoughts he's playing flashbacks.
See, you asking too much. It doesn't even matter what. Like, what are you doing? Like, do that shit somewhere. Like, why? First of all, how do you even get in the stairwell? That's what I want to know. Because you need a key card to access. I guess maybe he wrote it up to the with a guess. But yeah, like that shit was crazy. And then that same night he came back. I didn't realize because I didn't know it was him because I didn't see him. But we other people checked the cameras and it was like that's the same guy. So anyway, he came back. It was like 5 o'clock in the morning. He came in. Somebody let him in because after hours we locked the door. But then they opened the door for other guests coming into the hotel. We was asking for the room key. So one of my coworkers was asking for his room key, and he just kept walking. He's like, "Sir, can I see your room key?" Because again, we didn't see him. We didn't know who he was. And he's like, "I'm getting it. Mm-hmm. And I'm downstairs. I'm on my break. I'm watching episodes of Love Victor. Then all of a sudden, I hear somebody banging, like, "Yo!" I'm like, "What the fuck?" I'm thinking he calling me. And then I see the guy come downstairs. And he goes straight for the tip jar. He's like, I'm looking for my room key. I'm looking for my room key. My room key's in there. So I quickly grab it. And I'm like, first, because I don't know what's going on. So I'm like, and I've seen people do some dumb shit. So I'm like, is there a room key in here? Mm-hmm. And then he tried to grab the tip jar from me. He's like, I need my room key. And he has his hand out like this. And I see him with a quarter in his hand. As soon as I saw that quarter, it like instantly clicked what the fuck was going on. I was like, there's no room key in here. Like, he's like, yes, it is. Yes, it is. I need my room key. He keeps trying to grab the tip jar from me, and I keep like pulling it back. And then eventually that's when Greg came down and we had to get him out. And security had left by that point because security leaves at 4 a.m.
You don't get paid enough for that. That's not part of
I don't get paid enough for that. And the whole time he also had one hand behind his back. While he's doing, so I'm thinking in my head, I'm like, is this motherfucker about to am I about to get stabbed while I'm on it? Like,
the shit on?
Yeah, or shit. Yeah, he about to piss on my leg or some shit. Like, what the fuck? But yeah, Jessica, like, who's watching the cat? Yeah, security leaves at 4 a.m. So there was no security. It was just me and Greg. It was just us two. So I was just like, yeah, I definitely.
Did anybody tell y'all to go do that, or you just decided to go down there and stop him?
Wait, you talking about when we kicked him out?
Yeah.
No, nobody told. There's no managers overnight. It's just us. So no, we kicked him out.
So if I just let him chill, what would have happened?
I mean, when the managers came in the morning, we would have gotten in trouble. We'd be like, well, why didn't y'all do anything? Because I ain't fucking security.
But it's not exactly. You're not security. It's not your job description. Put hands on people.
But according to them, that's our job. Like, again, we don't get paid enough. We don't get paid enough for it. Like, especially since we went into a whole different conversation. Like, I don't even know people, but I mean, nobody dropped off. But yeah, because of COVID, they got rid of we have like an overnight houseman, which is basically like the housekeeper. And so when guests call down for like towels and shit like that, we would send them a text like, hey, a guest in room 1402 wants towels or a toothbrush or whatever the fuck. But even though things are starting to open back up again, they still don't want to pay for overnight housemen. So now we got to do it. So if a guest spills something in their room, we got to clean it. If somebody drops something, we got to clean it. If somebody needs towels, we got to drop what we do. If I'm working the front desk or if I'm working in the bar or I'm working in the kitchen, I got to drop what I'm doing and go deliver towels to a guest. And it's like, y'all not paying me enough for this shit. Like,
nah, that's unpaid labor.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
So I'm just like, I should have fucked. Yeah. So basically, the moral of the story is, I'm like, I should have waited till September. Fuck this place.
You're not working on Juneteenth, are you?
I know. I am. That's the also fucked up thing about it too. I was like, I feel like I shouldn't be working on.
No, I've never worked, and I will never work on Juneteenth. I don't know what you're doing.
But because I just started, and I didn't like give them. I don't have like PTO accrued yet, so I can't I can't take PTO yet. So
you can't like swap a day with somebody.
Nah, because somebody already let me. They already let me swap for Pride. They gave me.
All right.
So I can't. Yeah, I can't swap again.
So did you just pick gay over black?
No, they gave it. They said, But and plus also I'm off that Sunday, and we're having a barbecue for Father's Day, so I was able to get. So you can't get both.
You can't have it all. You can't have it all.
Yeah, you can't have it all, especially since it's only 4 of us, and sometimes we end up working 2-man shifts. But yeah, it's a whole shit storm. Oh shit, I just kicked off my charger. But yeah, I'm like, I should have waited. So fuck this job. But anyway, that's the end of the that's the end of this stream. So I don't really got nothing else to say. But Ron, plug yourself real quick.
I'm Ron. You don't read comics. I'm not wearing my shirt today, but I found one when I was sitting down, so you can see my shirt. You can Google me. I'm everywhere. You don't read comics. I'm always posting memes on Instagram. I'm posting articles on my website, memes on Facebook too. Holla at me. Y'all
should have seen Ron this weekend. We got to meet Vita Ayala this weekend at the at a Brooklyn LGBT Pride Fest. If you don't know, Vita Ayala is a very prominent comic book writer. And excuse me. And yeah, Ron was freaking out. Like he had that nervous nerd.
And it's not even my first time meeting them either. It's just like, I don't know. Since they built the catalog that they have built, this is my first time seeing them, and it was really dope. Yeah.
And as long as we've been doing, Ron and I have been doing these live streams. Like this weekend was actually the first time we actually got to meet in person. So it was cool. Like he's a real guy.
A real boy.
Yeah, he's a real boy. What is it? Hey, BlackGayComicGeek, are you going to BlurCon? Nah.
Yeah, we got some problems with BlurCon.
Yeah, we got problems with BlurCon. So yeah. not going. But I did go to the first one, and then there's also a thing outside of the whole BlurCon thing. I have not anxiety, but I have a little reticence about BlurCon because when I went to BlurCon and when I was driving back up, somebody almost hit me and I got into a car accident and I totaled my car. Ooh. And then 8 days later, I got to another car accident because as I was driving, my mother gave me her car. When I totaled my car, my brother bought my mother a car for her birthday because her birthday's July 3rd. So she gave me her car. It was a 1992 Acura. And me and my friend, I talk about this with my friend Jessica, who's I think she's still in the chat. My best friend Jessica. I was like, I think my mother's trying to take me out because 8 days after that, my mother gave me a car. It was on a Monday. I got the car registered in my name. On Tuesday, I'm driving to the tow place to sign over the car that got totaled so they could damage it or whatever the fuck, they could keep it. And as I'm driving, I'm like on the highway and I feel the car like violently shaking. So I text my mother and I'm like, hey, because it was her car beforehand. So I text my mother. I'm like, Ma, I don't know what this is, but like, is it normal for the car to be shaking like this? Literally, soon as I I hit the send button, all of a sudden the car does like a gangster lean. And like, I see part of the car, like, because it damaged, like I see part of the car pop up and I'm like, what the fuck is going on? So I'm able to pull off to the side. I was like right by the side. So I was able to pull the car off to the side. And then I got out the car. I called the cops for a tow, and I found out the fucking wheel flew off while I was driving.
Bruh.
So the car could have flipped over because I was on the highway. So it wasn't like I was going like 20 miles per hour. I was going like 60. So the car could have like spun out of control, and all it did was like do a gangster lane. But literally, I just got that car like 2 days before. So it was already like that beforehand.
I never driving with you, bro.
I'm like, nah. I'm like, nah, my mother tried to take me out. Like, I think that was on purpose. But no, the 2 accidents I got into were not my fault. But, you know, they always say that, you know, like Loki, you can trust me. But anyway, my life is crazy. But yeah, so that happened, the accident that happened during BlurCon. So that's another reason why I'm like, I ain't going. But what are you cooking? I came back to you ranting about some nut jerking off on the stairwell. You working at the season now? No, yeah, I was talking. That happened 2 days ago at work. But what am I cooking? I ain't cooking shit. I'm gonna Uber Eats something. But other than that, but yeah, that's the end of the stream. I mean, you guys, you already know. Be on the lookout. I'm on like episode 3 of Love Victor. So I will be, once I'm done with that, I will be releasing my review for Love Victor. I already got problems with Love Victor, like especially in the wake of Hamilton. I'm like, every single black person that they introduce on Love Victor, new black person that they introduce on Love Victor, I'm like, did they do a paper bag test for these black folk because I'm like, these are some every single black person that they introduce are light skinned as hell. Like, so yeah, that's a problem I have with Love Victor. But overall, I do like it so far. Other than that, but yeah, be on the lookout for that. Once I finally watch Luca, be on the lookout for my review of Luca. And I'm also I haven't gotten it yet, but because I'm broke, my bank account's like negative $108. So once I get my first official paycheck, I'm gonna actually buy issue 1 of Static Shock.
Static. My review of that's coming soon.
Yeah, Static Shock just came out. Reboot of Milestone. For those of you that don't know, so definitely go out and buy issues of Static because you want some more black superheroes. Static Season 1. Buy that issue at your local comic book store. You can buy it online or whatever. Check that out because you want to root for everybody black author, black writers, black artists, black superheroes,
and people
black
world.
Say they want
a Static movie. Buy the book
people,
so we can get
people keep saying they want Static movie, Icon movie. Buy the book. It's Earth Melanin.
Yeah.
So yeah, check that out. So I'll be reviewing that once I get that, and then also eventually I'll be reading DC Pride and Marvel Pride, and I'll review those. And then I also got I don't really do book reviews, but I did get an early advanced reader's copy of a gay fantasy book called The Taking of Jake Livingston, and it's a fantasy YA book starring a black gay male. And he's a medium and he sees ghosts. And I'm like, you know what? It's very rare that we see like black gay fantasy characters. So, and it's Pride Month. So I'm gonna try to read it before it takes me a while to read shit, but I'm gonna force myself to read this shit before Pride is over, and I'll review that as well for Pride Month. So yeah, be on the lookout for that as well. Now, especially now that I said it and put it out there, I have to hold myself to it. So awesome. Yeah. But I'm gonna buy one of your Blood, Sex, Gore, and Magic tank. Well, thank you so much, sister. So yeah, once again, guys, if you do want to get Black Gay Comic Geek merch, link is in the description, the Teespring link. So yeah, definitely check that out. Definitely check out the channel and also check out my TikTok. So that's all I got. And see you next Wednesday at 7 p.m. so we can talk about episode 3 of Loki. And we out.